Every time there's a new toy, it's exciting, but let's go step by step. And so we forget about those two boxes that arrived, and today we will be focusing on this one. It's a Hohem iSteady M7. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thomas Love here from One Lens Only, and today, yes, it's a new toy day. Today we have this Hohem iSteady M7. I know I never wanted to, I was not cool going around with a gimbal, but I have to say this M7, it's big special because it has all the things that I will need to record as a one-man band. So I have to say, gimbals, I'm not a particular fan, and with this one, I will have to use my smartphone. So I can keep using my camera for shooting videos, for shooting streets, for shooting anything that I want to, and this gimbal will eventually track me. And so let's see together what we have here inside the box. So the box is quite big, I have to say. I was not expecting it. So it will be packed with many things. Now, let me see if I can move closer and show you exactly what is inside this box. So the box is fine, we can forget about it. This is the case. We have a big case. It's resistant. We have a handle, so if you need to take it around with yourself, you don't need eventually new boxes. And this is what's inside. I will show you in detail. Now let me move the camera and we will see together what's inside this box. Okay, so now we have a few things to be aware of. This is the charging cable. Charging cable, because not only you will need to charge the gimbal, but the gimbal might eventually also charge the phone. So we have the USB-C to USB-C cable, and this other one is USB-A to USB-C. Okay, good. And then we have the tripod. This is just an add-on. If you want to have a tripod, it's alright. I suggest you add it to the handle so you will have a longer handle. So this is the gimbal itself. Let me go a bit wider. There you go. So this is the gimbal itself. As you can see, it has 3 motors and each one of them can be locked. And then this is the special part because it's the AI tracker, and you will need to press the buttons on both sides to release it, and then you can use it on this side if you want to track people or objects. When you're using the gimbal on, you can flip it around and this will track your good self if you're using it for recording selfies or for vlogging or this kind of stuff. So I have to say that the most important part is this display, because this one that can be also detached is the one that will help you framing when you're using the gimbal to record yourself. So I will now have to charge it, and so it will be like 3 hours for what they say. So we don't need the silica, of course. We have other manuals, guidelines. I watched all the videos that were about this gimbal because I wanted to be ready to go. So now I will have to plug it in. On this side, there's a USB-C connector. So I will just need to wait for it to be ready, and then we can start playing with it. So let me put back the camera. So, all right, now we have a gimbal. And with this one, I'm happy because I will have a good help, because this is tracking my good self, and then you can use the monitor for the framing. Now, as we said, I will add this additional grip because not only it can be used as a tripod if you need to put it down and have the gimbal track yourself, but when you're holding it, it's also an additional grip to have it even more steady. And then I will have to put my phone in here and to balance it. We will see together how to do it, unlocking this part and balancing the phone, and then we will see together how to use the tracking. So now that we have a gimbal and I will have to use it with my phone, as you know, I still have my cheap Motorola. I will let you know why I changed it and what's going on, but first things first, in order to shoot properly with a gimbal when you're using a smartphone and not a camera, I have to say I'm very used to shooting with cameras because I know all the settings and all the things that I have to do to my camera in order to have a good quality video recording. Not only for photos, for that it's been decades, but now also for videos. And so I still have my cheap Motorola, as you know. And the problem I have with this phone is that it shoots and it's over sharpened. And so the only thing that we can do to go around it and to try to have good results, it's either to purchase an iPhone 15, 16 Pro, but that's out of budget because it's not so important to me what smartphone you're using. The most important thing is to have good videos and to be stabilized. The most important thing is to have an ND filter. So this is the Neewer LA006. How does it work? It will help adapting the filters that I'm already using for my camera on the smartphone. And so with this one, we will have to mount it this way. Please be aware that the camera that I'm using to record 4K, at least on this phone, is the central one. And so with this one, I will have the chance to use the ND filters that I normally use on my glasses because it's a 67mm thread, also on the phone. So with this one and an ND filter adapted, we will have the chance to have the 180-degree rule even when shooting with a smartphone. And I downloaded the Blackmagic Camera app. I don't know if you can see it right now. I will try to, so that we can really manage what lens, the frames per second they want to use, the ISO, and anything else. The aperture is stock and f2.2, so this is why we need an ND filter to do proper recording with the smartphone paired to the gimbal and balanced on the gimbal. So stay tuned because we're gonna do that soon, and I will showcase you around here on Lake Como. This is a CPL and ND 2 to 6 f-stops. As you can see, on 2 f-stops you eventually see through, and then we can go darker and darker and darker. And with the Motorola and the Blackmagic Camera app, this is not so handy because it's covering the FPS, so I might have to move it on this other side. Let's see, maybe. It's not so stable on this side. I don't like it, particularly because I normally shoot in portrait, but right now we're not covering any of the dias of the commands. So the lens is the 14mm because the other ones will not support 4K, at least on this phone. And then 24 frames per second. The shutter now it's automatic. We can eventually move it down to 48. And then the ISO, it's way too much, but we are in interior, so once we move outside, that will be a different thing. Stay tuned because we're gonna use all these tools quite soon. So guys, let me know in the comments here if you have any question about this gimbal, and stay tuned because in the next few days I will start using it and I will show you how it is and how it performs and what's so special about it that convinced me to get a gimbal for my good self. As you know, I never had a gimbal and I never had a drone, but this one is a game changer. So it's not a new product. It's been out there for a while. It's been a few months since they released the M7. I'm looking forward to maybe the M8, despite I really don't know how they can improve this one, because this is already great. So stay tuned, because I will showcase to you all its peculiarities and the capabilities of this gimbal once I charge it and I calibrate it with my phone. So with that, I hope you got some value out of this video. If you did, please remember to like it, share it on social media, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the new videos to come, and I guess I will see you later. Thank you. Bye-bye.